Hey, it's Luke John Harrison here. Before we get into this video, make sure please that you like, comment and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure the bell notification icon is on. It only takes 1 second of your day to make mine. Now let's get into it. Hey, my name's Luke John Harrison and welcome to episode 3 of the Daily Supercharge. Now, everyone's chasing happiness. I find we always want to be happier. So we're chasing happiness to a level where we believe certain things like more money, more sex, being married, being everything in a perfect alignment will make us happier. Having access to all the food we want, all the alcohol we want, all the things that immediately gratify us will make us happier. And we're chasing happiness often at the expense of our fulfillment. Now, I'd like you to consider for a second that happiness and fulfillment are two very different things. You can be happy from a meal that you eat. Hey, I love fish and chips. Makes me happy in the moment. It's gorgeous. Oh, it's just so lush. But then, an hour later, when I'm bloated and I've ate a bit too much and I'm like, I feel a bit greasy in my belly and I'm feeling bloated and a bit tired and I just want to go to sleep. Then the happiness is kind of worn off, right? You enjoyed it in the moment. It's like you can go out and get pissed with your mates and have a mint happy time, but then the hangover comes the next day. And if that's happening every weekend, maybe it's not useful. We can get happy by having a little bit more money in the bank, but then we go out and spend it. We love the moment, but then happiness drops. See, happiness is fleeting. It comes and goes. And I believe happiness is a state created, a temporary state created of contentment, feeling content. We can wrap up in my dressing gown and watch Netflix and eat crisps and chips and pizzas and burgers and sweets and chocolate and feel happy. But we don't feel fulfilled. There's an empty feeling at the end of it. It's like having a wank over porn. You're happy in the moment. It's very nice when you're getting it done. It's an initial stress release. But over time, if you're not having a great sex life, all that wanking's a little bit, it's not the same, is it? Chasing happiness versus engineering fulfillment. It's the same as chasing success. All the people who work long and hard and chase the money, believing the more money will make you more happier. There's a lot of rich people who are fat and miserable. There's a lot of rich people who are absolutely hating their life. It's not the money that makes you happy, it's who you become in the process. Now, when we talk about engineering fulfillment, it's a little bit of a different story because it's quite unique. See, but I would say that if happiness is a temporary feeling that we create of contentment, which everybody can create through whatever makes them happy, fulfillment is, I would say, a genuine ongoing love of the process. That's when we become a little bit deeper level happiness. And a genuine love of the process that's ongoing is accepting the good and the bad, the highs and the lows, the challenge and the support, the positive and the negative, the ups and the downs, and as we say, the ebbs and flows, the swings and roundabouts, the things that happen that are out of our control, that we would perceive as bad or negative, that we can appreciate. Maybe not in the moment when things happen and we get angry and we get triggered and we're frustrated and we're shouting, we're bored, we get angry and we react, but then ultimately, a short time later, we can say, well, actually, that needed to happen for me then to be able to react whatever way that may be. So I need you to consider this a second. If we have a little bit more fulfillment, if we start chasing a little bit more fulfillment, rather than just happy fix, that's fleeting and going and comes and goes, what if we were to say, how can I be a little bit more happier and falling in love? Because love is neutral. Love is not just about loving all the positives. At the end of the day, you love your kids. But I imagine there's times when you want to feel like you want to strangle them because they drive you up the fucking wall. Just like the partner who you love. You absolutely adore them. Pride and joy, love of your life. But they know how to push your buttons, don't they? They know how to fucking push your buttons. Oh, fucking hell, she's driving us up the wall, man. She's doing me head in. But you still love her. Because you understand that nobody's perfect. And when we're seeking perfection, we're deluded. We're absolutely deluded. But when we're seeking progress, that's a different story. Progress over perfection. That's how we have a little bit more of an ongoing love for the process. Understanding the good and the bad. the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs. It's part of the parcel. It's part of the process of this life. And whatever you're seeking, and if you are seeking a better life, you're probably going to be greeted with more challenge than support. You're going to be meted with more negative sometimes than positive. Whereas if you're just living a very easy life and you're not striving for much and you're keeping comfortable, you might not have that much challenge, but eventually you will. Because if you're avoiding challenges, if you're avoiding the things that are hard, they will only come forth and find you eventually. Whatever you resist persists. So consider this idea that happiness is fleeting. It's good. We need parts of it. We need little things that make us happy and give us that little bit joy and that boost and that lift. But we know if we just drink and smoke and eat, which makes us happy in the moment, and do those things which are quick fix, too much, we leave empty and unfulfilled. Whereas if we try more of the hard things, like letting go of the things that are our comforts, that we have all the time, that we know we shouldn't be doing loads of, but we're still doing, if we allow ourselves to be a little bit more engrossed with some harder stuff, our life will be more fulfilled. And if we understand that everything in this life is happening for us, it's happening for you, even the negative things, even the bad stuff, it's not happening to you. Stop being a fucking victim, leaving yourself powerless. Why does this always happen to me? It's not. It's happening for you to decide whether you want to just be initially happy for an hour, a day, a week, or whatever, or whether you want to be fulfilled for many months and years to come. And fulfillment is not just feeling abundantly happy every blissful second of the day. Most of us are not monks. We haven't managed to train that in our brain yet. We have a variety of different stimulus that cause us to be triggered and angry and frustrated and upset and anxious and worried and depressed and overwhelmed and overworked. We have that, but it's up to us how we decide to approach it. We can lose our shit, say, fuck it, why bother? What's the point? I'm just going to fucking eat and drink and smoke and do shit that, you could say, self-sabotages my efforts. Oh, hey, you know what? No, I'm going to do the things that are worthwhile, that are a little bit harder, that I don't necessarily want to do right now, but I need to do. Until it becomes a time when I get to do these things. And you'll know how powerful that is when you get to be healthier, when you get to go to the gym, when you get to work your body, because some people can't. So consider that. The difference between happiness and fulfillment is quite huge. We often don't even pay attention to this. So I hope this has opened your mind a little bit today. And if it has, I'd love to know in the comments, what makes you feel fulfilled? What makes you genuinely appreciative of the process? Go get it.